Good morning, Year 4, and this is your maths video for if you've got this booklet on Wednesday the 27th of January. Now, before we get started with today's learning, we're going to complete our warm-up, which is all about thinking about two-digit numbers and what each digit is worth, okay? So a little bit like partitioning. So here I've got the number 23. And what is the 2 worth? And what is the 3 worth? Can you spot those numbers on my board? So it's 20 and 3. Well done at home if you managed to do that. Okay, next one then. So this time I've got the number 47. 47. What is the 4 worth and what is the 7 worth? Give you a little bit of thinking time. That's it. It's 40 and 7. Next one then. 55. Okay, think about the 10s and 1s. It would be 50 and 5. Brilliant. Last few then. So here we've got 71. What would 71 be if we partitioned it, if we split it into 10s and 1s? 70 and 1. Next one then, we've got the number 89. What would that be if we split it up? 89. Well done. And finally then, we've got 96, which would be 96. Well done if you managed to get any of those correct at home. Okay. So today's learning question then, Year 4, says, can I use a number line to support my understanding of multiplication? And we've been looking at multiplication now since Monday. Okay, so this is day 3 on multiplication, and we've learned lots of words already for multiplication. We've had lots of. Yesterday we focused on repeated addition, multiplied by. Okay, so we already know lots of words that mean multiplication. And we're going to do a quick recap on our learning from yesterday, first of all. So it says, can you write the repeated addition sentence to match the pictures? And you'll notice that on my board here, I've got 3 plates. And on my plate, I've got some cookies, and they look like chocolate chip cookies. Each plate has got 5 cookies. 5, 5, 5. Now, who can tell me what my repeated addition sentence would be if we've got 3 lots of 5? Let's see if you can figure it out before I write the answer. So it would be 5 add 5 add 5. Did you manage to get that at home? Well done if you did. Okay, so the next one then. This time I've got some balloons. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lots of balloons. And how many balloons is in each group? So I've got 3. So who can write the repeated addition sentence for if we've got 5 lots of 3? So we already know it's not going to be this way because this is 3 lots of 5. This time I need 5 lots of 3. Shall we have a go? 3, add 3, add 3, add 3, add 3. So I've got 5 lots of 3. Well done if you were able to use your learning from yesterday to help you with that. Okay, so today's learning then is asking you to complete your multiplication questions by using your number lines. Now, don't worry if you've not got a number line at home. I will send you a link to an online number line, or you might want to draw one on any bits of paper that you might have lying around. Okay, and I'm sure whoever is at home with you will be able to help you with that. So, one little trick to help you when we are using number lines year 4. Okay, so we're going to always focus on the second number in our multiplication question. And we're going to focus on this number because that tells us how big each of our jumps needs to be. So because this number is a 3, I'm not going to jump like this on my number line. Okay, because that's only jumping in 1s and I've got to jump in 3s. Okay, so let's have a go then. So it's saying 5 times 3. That's 5 lots of 3. So each of the jumps that I make have got to be 3. And then I'm going to do 5 of those jumps. So have a look on the board now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so each of my jumps, I've jumped 3 each time. 1, 2, 3. Then I stopped. 1, 2, 3. Then I stopped and I carried on until I did 5 jumps like that. And I landed on the number 15, which tells me that 5 times 3 equals 15. Okay, so let's clear my number line. And let's have a go at question 2. So 3 multiplied by 4. So who can tell me what each of my jumps are going to be worth? Remember, we're looking at this number, aren't we? Okay, so each jump has got to be 4. And how many jumps am I going to make? I'm going to make 3. Fantastic. So, straight to 4, and 4 more. And then 4 more again. Until I get to the number 12. And that tells me that 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, now these bottom 2 I've put on here because we might not know our 8 times tables or our 6 times tables, but we can use our number line to help us with these. So I've got the question 3 times 6. So each of my jumps is going to be worth 6, and I've got to make 3 of them. So this is going to be a big one going all the way to 6. 1, 2, 3. And I landed on the number 18, which means that 3 times 6 equals 18. Last one then, year 4, until I show you on the online number line that I'll send over to you. So this time we've got 2 times 8. So each of my jumps are going to be worth 8, and we need to do 2 of them. So these ones are going to be even bigger. Okay, so we're going to go from 0 all the way to 8, from 8 all the way to 8 more, which is 16. Okay. Now, I know you might not have a number line at home, but I have found a website that could help you. Okay, so I will send this across to your parents on Marvellous Me. And it's a really, really big number line. If you go across the top, it goes all the way up to the number 100. Okay, let's go back down to 0. So if I'd got the multiplication question of 3 times 4. So remember, when it's a 4, when the 4 is here, sorry, this is the value of each jump. So each jump's going to be worth 4, and I've got to do 3 of them. So 1. Oh, sorry guys, let me just get my pen. 1, 2, 3, which tells me that my answer is 12. Okay. So let's have a look then at your activity today. So in your booklet, you're going to be turning to page 13. And we're only going to be doing question 1 and question 2 today, because I've set you a bit of an extra challenge. So question 1, fill in the missing numbers. So we've got some pictures. Okay. So there are groups of sheep. So how many groups can you see? And how many sheep are in each group? And then you've got to write it me as a multiplication fact. So there are however many groups multiplied by 3, which will give us the answer. Okay. Now question number 2 is where our number lines come in then, year 4. Okay, so we've got 2 times 7, and remember, we always focus on this number, and we focus on that number because that's what each of our jumps are worth. Okay, so we're going to do 2 jumps that are 7 big, and the same for B, so 4 jumps that are 3. Okay, once you've done that, I want you to stop there. I know it's a little bit different than normal. Normally we do the whole page, but don't worry about that for today because I've set you an extra challenge. Okay. Once you've done questions 1 and 2 in your booklet, you're going to have a go at answering these questions for me. And you're going to do it using the number line method that we've learnt about today. So you might want to pause the video here so that your questions are on your iPad or tablet or whatever it is you're using. And then you can write the answers down in your green book. Okay, once you've done that then, we've got one more challenge because you know I like to work you really, really hard. And it's a bit of a spot the mistake. So I want you to see if you can spot my mistake. 6 times 2 equals 12. So my answer's right. This is right. But the way I've gone about answering it is wrong. I want to see if you can spot my mistake. It'd be lovely if I could see your reason why on the photo that you send to the Year 4 email address. Now, just to finish our learning today then, Year 4, I'm going to roll my dice and we're going to have a little chat about some questions on my board. So let's roll the dice. What number will we land on? Oh, and number 5. So my question for number 5. How could you have helped yourself more? So that means you've got to think about your own learning and think about how you could have helped yourself even more. So could it be that you went on to TT Rockstars before to warm up your brains, thinking about times tables? Or could it be that you had lots of number lines rather than just one? So think about how you could have helped yourself with your learning. You might even have wanted to be a little bit more independent with it. Don't forget to take a picture and send it to the Year 4 email address.